Okay, part 2.
Broken, I'm broken.
DT fam.
Broken.
Man, this one's personal. This one hurts. So, man, let me share it with you.
Hey yo, man, let's get focused. See that? Blah, boom. So, this right here is part 2, but let's do this correctly. Hey yo, I'm DT, and y'all the fam, and this is Fam Talk. So we came here to do what? Talk. So let's talk about it. And today's episode is part 2 of Father's Day. And this part, as I stated before, I will talk about the miscarriages and things like that. So, as left off in the last episode, in 2008 I lost my father. 2014 I went through a miscarriage. In 2015 went through another miscarriage. So I've already explained how I've learned the importance of my father and how great of a father he was. And so that right there encouraged me, made me want to be a father myself and everything. So in 2013 I ended up dating a young lady, and we got close, and I've actually saw myself marrying this young lady. But in 2014, I don't remember what month it was, but it was before Father's Day, so I think it happened along the lines in April or May. Because when Father's Day came, she told me, she was like, I'm sorry we didn't have the kid, but I knew you would have been an amazing father. Happy Father's Day anyway. And then also she knew my father's past. So very, very, very dope, intimate moment between me and the young lady I was with at the time. But this was rather difficult. And the reason it was difficult because of not playing the blame game. It wasn't necessarily her fault. It wasn't necessarily my fault. It's just a freak accident that just happened in life. And so what happened was this. Me and the young lady was in the middle of having intercourse, and she began to spot. For those who don't know what spotting is where a woman would just randomly start bleeding. So in the middle of intercourse, she started bleeding. Pull out, she's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. We don't think nothing of it. So she sits, and the next day she goes to the doctor. At the time, I'm working at Men's Warehouse. So as I'm at work, get a phone call, and she tells me that she was pregnant and that we lost a kid. We lost the kid. And we lost the kid during the time we was being intimate. So initially, I'm at work, and as a man, I still had to finish my shift. I still had to sit and work. And I wasn't going to let my manager close the store by himself. It was just him. And I think if it's April, May, that means this is during prom season. So this is during the busiest time. So what I asked him to do, I said, hey, look, I just found out we just went through a miscarriage. I need some time, because it hasn't really just processed on it, because so like for instance, when my dad died, it was unexpected. It hit different, because I personally think I would rather know someone's getting ready to pass versus as somebody's just passing, because you can kind of soften the blow a little bit. It's like if you know you're about to get hit. So if you know you're about to get into a wreck, you can brace yourself, but you can't brace yourself in those situations. So I did not know how I was feeling at the time. And shout out to my homeboy Psych Ward, aka Brian. Love you, man. When that happened, I said, I need to leave. I need to go somewhere. And I called him up and I told him the situation. And I drove over, and we sat down and we played Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, like Raging Blast, for like an hour. He didn't discuss, he didn't go over about the miscarriage. Bro, I'm sorry. None of that. We sat and we played the video game. And once, after an hour, I went back and finished the show. That's what happened the first time. And it kind of, it hurt because I wanted, like, the young lady who I was with, I trusted to be a good mother. Like, I was planning on marrying her. That's who I planned on spending the rest of my life with. And so I couldn't console her or help her through that situation. It's like, it is a very, very, very helpless feeling. And one thing about men, a man who moves in his masculine, we always want to protect and provide and take care of in all occasions. And in that situation, there's nothing I can do to fix, to help her or help me, because all of it is just hurt. It's just sitting there. So within that time, I think I literally cried every day for like a year. I forgot to mention that about my pops. When my pops died, I cried literally, and not like like I will wake up with tears in my eyes and I will go to sleep with tears in my eyes. And when the miscarriage happened, the same thing happened again. The same thing happened. So it was just, you have all this hurt that's just sitting there, and no amount of talking was getting it out. No amount of having sex and trying to redo it or whatever. Like, no amount of money, no amount of work, no amount of traveling. Like, it just sat there in my subconscious. And I did not know how to deal with it, how to express it, how to get rid of it. Because when it comes to death is not something like you get over. You just learn how to live with it. And it's finding a way to live with that. And I did not know how. And then in 2015, it was crazy because this is what happened. My mom's house got shot up. From there, I was working at K Jewelers, and I may do a film talk about this situation with K Jewelers. But I was working with K Jewelers, and I got fired for no reason. I was working for a place named Acne Brick. Got fired for no reason. Legit. Got fired for no reason. Got fired over other people that didn't have nothing to do with me. It's just that in both cases they had to get rid of somebody, and they could not get rid of the tenured. And because I was new, it's easier to get rid of me. And then from there, within all this stuff is happening, the young lady tells me that she was pregnant and she lost the kid again. And then I went through a very, very rough breakup, because everybody saw that I loved that girl with all my heart and soul. And of course, we know how some women can be during breakup, can be very, very vindictive and paint themselves as the victim and things like that. And so the breakup was horrible because 80% of people believed her that I was a horrible person. Now remember, I said not necessarily wanted to put the blame game on anybody. And the reason it was hard not to blame myself, because it's like, and this, I'm gonna go back to the first one because I forgot to mention this. If we wouldn't have had sex, maybe the baby would have made it. Then in her mind, most likely, it's like, if I would have took better care of myself, maybe the baby would have happened. Because in my mind, it's like it's like my kid's blood is on me. So that's one of the reasons why it sat in my subconscious, because I was blaming myself. The second miscarriage didn't hurt as much because so much stuff was chaotic at one time. Once again, fired, house shot up, going through a breakup. like not having money, not having a stable place to live. So the second miscarriage did not hurt as bad as the first one, but it's still there. And I don't remember what year this happened, but I think it had to be in 2017 when I did this. Once again, all this hurt and everything is just sitting and just like lingering in my subconscious. And one day, shout out to Devontae, I think it's Robert, I don't know, I can't think of his last name, but it's like RAIVIERR, whatever, it's something like that. But shout out to Devontae. Devontae had this song called like he remixed Drake's No Telling, and the beat was fire and the video was fire, and the beat was just calling to me. See, for those who don't know, I used to rap. That's the reason DT Fam came from my rap alias, me being a rapper. And how I always wrote, I listened to the music, I listened to the beat, and based off what the beat, how the motion of the beat, the motion of the music is what I write. And so I'm listening to the beat, and the beat keep on, it's calling me, it's calling me, it's calling me, and it's like, I like this beat, I like this beat. And so I sit down and I'm writing, and I'm trying to just rap because this is dope. And it's like, there's like, let me take a second to, let me take a second to open up my soul to you. I'm gonna tell you what it is. And it started off there, then all of a sudden, I'm writing and I'm crying. Like, I'm writing and I'm rapping and I'm just bawling. And when I get done with the song was a love letter to my children. It was a love letter to my to the children that we lost. And the song was put so well together. Like, just lyrically, it is so well put together in the art of storytelling. And you have certain lyrics that says like, and even though I don't want to live, I choose to live because you'll never get the chance to. At times I wonder if I can stay afloat. At times I wonder if I can still love. At times I wonder if you was a boy or a girl. Like, it's all that stuff just begin to pour out. And after I wrote it, and once I recorded it, it's like all that hurt that was in my subconscious, all that pain, all that questioning, all that doubt, all that stuff, it came out. Because there was a place for that hurt to physically live. And I guess it's almost within the same, along the lines of how people tell you to write things that hurt you and kind of just burn it. They'll be like, well, or at churches where you write certain things and you leave it at the altar. Because what it is or you get tattoos because the pain become therapy, because it's a physical place to put that emotional hurt. That's what happened. I was able to take all that hurt and give it a home outside of me. Because for someone who, so within that, that's why I said in part 1 that I felt like I lost my father and I lost the ability to be a father. And I think in like sometimes when going through that breakup, I didn't necessarily miss my ex because I wanted her back. I missed her because she was the closest thing I had to that child, to those children. So being with her, wanting to be with her, was more out of a sense of, if I'm closer to her, I'm closer to my unborn. So there was a lot to unpackage within all this stuff. Because I don't know any books that tell you how to deal with miscarriages. There's books that how to get over your ex, how to get over relationships, but everybody is different. And I'm hoping with this video that it just gives you, hopefully it inspires you or gives you a way to outlet to, that you can find a place. Like you may be a painter and you may want to paint something, and that paint may represent. But now I don't have those doubts. Now I have a different thinking pattern of it. And this is me personally. Well, I'm gonna say that for another fam talk. But I understand that that's not like the only chance that I'm gonna have the opportunity to have to be a father. One day I will find a good woman to marry and be with and start a family with. And I'm not saying that the last one wasn't. Be specific. I'm not saying that she wasn't. She just wasn't a good fit for me. She just didn't fit me. She's happily married and have kids and everything, and they're doing great from my understanding. I don't keep tallies on them, but from my understanding, she's married and she's doing great. So obviously she wasn't a bad woman. So when I say it, I will be able to find a good woman. Please understand, I'm not saying the last one was not. And I hate that I have to give these caveats. But I want it to be known that when I say that, I'm talking about moving forward as me finding a young lady who is on the same page as me, who has the same desires, who have the same wants. And one day that'll happen. And when it happened, I update a fam talk and say, hey, let me tell you about being a father. But I wanted this fam talk to be something that helps men deal with this. Because the song I'm releasing today is called Broken Father. And it features Dean Priest. And I wanted to go back and redo the song and master it and make it perfect. But there's no such thing as perfect at times. And I was talking to my cousin Drake about it. It was like, bro, it may be best if you just release it just raw, so people can just get the pure raw emotion of the record, of the song. And I was supposed to do this film talk a long time ago, but as I stated in part 1, this is not something I wanted to do because I did not want to go back to that place and revisit it and talk about it. Because it has a place to live, but it still hurts. It just doesn't hurt as bad. It is not lingering around. Also, like, what a lot of people don't know, the month of June is Men's Mental Health Month. And men sometimes do not have an outlet or are embarrassed to talk about certain things and discuss things. But it's okay to discuss it. It's okay to have those emotions. It's okay to hurt. Find a place to put that hurt. Whether if it's the gym, whether if it's work, whether if it's rapping, whether if it's painting. Find a place. I want to encourage you to find a place for it to live outside of you. That's what worked for me. That's what helped me. So I'm going to share with you the record. I will leave it at the end of the video for those who stayed, and I will also put a link down for you to listen to it on SoundCloud. Hopefully this conversation, this talk, hopefully it encourages, it helps, it guides, it heals, whatever. Hopefully it's beneficial to somebody, because I know there are men out there who are struggling with losing children, because it don't necessarily have to be a miscarriage. It could be a child was born with a disease and they lost the disease, or they could have been lost in a violent way. But hopefully this video helps men, helps us learn how to cope and be vulnerable in the sense of actually being able to deal with it. And with that being said, please like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy the song. Until next time, I love you. Peace.
Broken, I'm broken. Broken, I'm broken.
GT
Broken,
fam.
broken, I'm broken, broken.
Man, this one's personal.
Broken,
Well,
broken.
this one
Broken
hurts.
father.
So, man, let me share it with you.
Let's take a second as I open up my soul to you. I'ma tell you what it is, kid. And though I never get to see your beautiful face, through my words I say my kisses. My child, I love you, but honestly I'll never get to hold you. And though I want to die, I stay alive, cause you will never get the chance to. At times I wonder if I can stay afloat. At times I wonder if I can still have hope. At times I wonder if I can still give love. At times I wonder if you had been a boy or a girl. Damn, this pain runs deep, my soul is crying aloud. The tears still flow as I mourn for my child. My heart still breaks and I imagine your smile. I would've given my life just to hold you one time, but I guess I'll never be. I'm here alone, here to grieve. But in my heart, you forever be my first true love,
Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever see you in the sky. A part of me is empty, but they fill me up with lies. Sitting here in this room, all I could do was cry. Oh why did love between us go and die? I'm sending my love to a heavenly place. I'm sending a love that cannot be replaced. I'm sending a love of a broken father. These are the tears of a broken